Hello.
What is up? Welcome to a new video. We are in Florida and we're in
This is a pretty famous truck actually.
LD pickup, and we're looking for a truck and trailer, which is right here. And LD has been kind enough to give us a lift today, and we get to use a dyno also tomorrow, which is sweet. So we have a few things to figure out with the 1 Series, and yeah, live here also, the back of the rig. So he's here, we're going to go through a few bits, need to fix the clutch, and yeah, going to get out. It's very warm, it's hot. But yeah.
Was you afraid to stand up? I was like, there's conflict to let the clutch out.
Just pops up with her. Yeah, we're going to pull this out, get the car unloaded. I think the car is in front, but it's a little balls. We take Rome's car out. So we're using Rome's trailer because Rome's truck broke on the way to Atlanta. So Sam gave him his truck, and then we put both cars in his trailer because it's a bit bigger as well, which worked out pretty sweet. So we're going to go over, unload, get everything out. Sean today has a lift for us free already, so we can put the car in the lift, start doing the clutch, and we're also going to try to do some setup things and whatnot. We're going to try to do a rear anti-roll bar and a front anti-roll bar, a Wise Fab one, and yeah, see how it goes. LD might leave us do a lap of the compound maybe to see if it's better. We'll see. We also spoke to James Dean about his Eurofighter to see what kind of setup he runs and stuff, and we're gonna maybe try go back towards what he has, because obviously it's proven and it worked very well. So we'll see. Just kind of experimenting with things, but yeah.
Let's go. Unload.
So day one here at the compound is done. We didn't record anything today really, we've just been working really hard. We done quite a bit of work. We had the box out, we sorted the clutch issue, the spigot bearing had fell out of the crank, so we put in a new one thanks to Freddy. We also just put in some compound paste to try to keep the bearing in there, so hopefully that works. Everything's back together, works pretty good now. So under the car we made a slight change to the Wise Fab in underneath here. There is this like anti-squat bracket up here, and we were on the top hole for max anti-squat, but it was quite unsettled in Atlanta and I wanted to be more settled, so hopefully in Orlando it'll be better. But yeah, we'll see how that reacts. We've all just reset all the alignment. So on the front of the car, we have the front stripped off. We actually had the Pulsar turbo off today because if you look over here, we swapped out from this 106 rear housing to a 0.96 rear housing, just to see if we can pick up some extra RPM for the spool up of the engine. Other than that, we just kind of went through everything. We made a bit of an adjustment to the top mounts to try to get a bit more camber, reset all the casters on the bottom. We're running about 3 degrees less caster now to see if we can get that like jutter out of the steering wheel, basically, because it was fine in Long Beach where there was no constant unlock, but in Atlanta it was fairly terrible. Another upgrade that we have is this FMIC intercooler. You will see that if you watch the videos from the build, we've been waiting on these intercoolers for quite some time, and they only just came this week. So they're now fitted, so the air temps should be much better going into this weekend. Other than that, Lloyd has just sorted out 1 or 2 other little things and went through the coal map and all that kind of stuff. So running fairly sweet. Alignment is done, intercooler's done, turbo's done, clutch is done. So almost sorted. We are on the dyno in the morning, and then hopefully we get to do a lap of the compound, and then we have some anti-roll bars to fit. So we have the Wise Fab spray bar coming to go on the front, and we just make a custom one for the back. So hopefully the materials that we ordered will be here tomorrow to do all that stuff. But yeah, progress made. So tomorrow should be a good day, get it all back together, get it finished, and head to the track on Thursday. But now we're going to call it night. We're going to go for some food with Freddy and the lads, and yeah, just not stress out too much. Enjoy the time here, and yeah, hopefully be ready tomorrow night. Let's go.
See you tomorrow.
So it is Day 2 here at the compound. We now have the car on the dyno. We do have Lloyd here to tune the car obviously, and then we have Freddy who is spec tuned. He's also here on guidance for the dyno and to give some help. So Freddy has been kind enough to give his expertise also, just to give Lloyd some pointers and some tips to see if we can make the engine the best we can basically. So he's going to give us some help with the nitrous map. Lloyd had his theory on the nitrous and Freddy reckons that we can do what we didn't think we could do with it basically. So he's going to try help with that. So yeah, we're excited to see how we can make it better and hopefully it'll be sweet for this weekend. I forgot to get my microphone, so you probably won't be able to hear me, but it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I just wanted to give a massive shout out to Adam LZ and everyone here at the compound for letting us take up his space and, you know, like work on the car and everything. It's very, very helpful. So massive shout out to those guys for making that happen. And yeah, it's nice to be able to chill out here. It's very warm, very humid, but we're having fun. The car is pretty good, so hopefully after the dyno we just need to fit the sway bars and then we're allowed to do some laps here also to try test the car, see if we can notice any differences. So yeah, looking forward to it. Let's get some clips on the dyno and we'll see how we're going.
110 foot-pounds at 4,500. Nice. Yeah, that's good.
So Freddy,
yes.
Tell us what
America, you got nitrous.
Yeah. Tell us what we gained and what we didn't gain in your terms.
You picked up a solid 120 foot-pounds of torque at 4,500 and about 100 horsepower, but that also goes down all the way to 3,000. Right, so you have a good. This is the 75 shot doing work. On a turbo car, you'll make a little bit more than the nitrous jet size because the turbocharger compounds it a little bit. But I think you're shutting it off at 1.2 bar boost. So pretty much, if you're under 1.2 bar boost and you're on the throttle, you'll get some nitrous added.
Sweet.
So.
Yeah, no, it's quite impressive. It's a visual representation for you to have a look at. Obviously made pretty good power as well, which is sweet. It's just over 850 to the wheels and just under 700 foot-pounds to the wheels, so quite happy with that. We didn't do a back-to-back comparison from the big turbo housing to the smaller one on this dyno, so it's hard to know exactly if the 106 to the 0.96 made that much of a difference, but it does seem to be reacting that much nicer to throttle input even without the nitrous. So we're yeah, obviously we're just going to have to rely on the nitrous. It's not the most ideal way, but to be honest, everyone over here in America uses nitrous for everything, so we're just joining the party basically. But yeah, it's good. This dyno is absolutely incredible, to be honest. Like, to get the back-to-back, I think Lloyd is very happy. Lloyd might even spend money. He'd nearly purchased one. So
You nearly purchased much, the Dyno or the S54.
which one's more realistic?
I could probably afford one of them, but I don't want it.
So yeah, we're going to get it off the dyno. We might be able to do one lap around the compound just to get one quick feel of it before we go and attack the sway bar mission, because we have the alignment change. So might just have a quick feel off of it to see what it feels like now compared to Atlanta, because it's like back to back somehow. Obviously the compound is not as big as Atlanta, but it might give us some bit of a feel. But yeah, other than that, other than the fan belt going, everything else was absolutely perfect. Lloyd was happy with all the other stuff in the ECU Master, logging. The amount of stuff that you can see in the ECU Master as well is incredible. So Very happy with that, and also our boost pipe stayed on. That was an issue in Atlanta, so we're on the up. We're on the up. So yeah, let's see if we can drive it. If not, we will go and attack the sway bars. So we had some fan belt issues, wouldn't be like us. I think the fan belt that was on the car was a little bit too small and basically just kind of shredded itself. So we went and got the same size and then we couldn't get that on the car with the engine in the car. So then we went and got a bigger size, got that sorted, and now Lloyd has done low, medium and high boost. The car is reacting a lot nicer than it ever has with the smaller turbo housing, and he seems pretty happy. We've got the free rev a little bit better on the car as well. And we've also done a nitrous pull on mid boost, and it's giving us over 100 foot-pounds of torque more below full boost, which is very good. It should make a big difference to how the car wants to react. Freddy has been giving his input as well, because he has a lot more nitrous experience than Lloyd. He's very happy that basically he can do stuff and Freddy can confirm whether it's right or wrong. Basically having these two people, like having both of their brains kind of looking at the one thing, is a massive advantage to me basically. So very grateful, and yeah, other than that everything's running fairly sweet. Very happy with everything else. Yeah, hopefully we'll be off the dyno in the next 10 or 15 minutes and we can go do a lap, see how it feels, and then go in on the lift again and try to get the sway bars fitted. So yeah, busy times. So the test wasn't very successful. The engine felt pretty good, the nitrous worked fine, the logs are all good. So that was kind of the main thing, and we've been trying to fit the sway bars. Unfortunately the front sway bar won't bolt into the car because the S54 has twin pickup sump, and basically the front part of the sump is too low and it just catches, so we can't put that in. It'll take quite a bit of fabrication to put that in. We don't really have the time right now to get it done. So as you can hear, there's welding being done to the car right now. We're in the middle of making the rear sway bar. We got an FDF DIY kit which comes with like the in blades and the splines kit that you weld into the chromoly bar. So I ordered bar and I ordered like housed bearing bush things, and they're much bigger than I expected. So they're a bit agricultural, but they'll do the job absolutely fine, and they kind of come with grub screws and stuff so the bar can't move. You can see down here, that's just the bar and things, and we're just the welding the brackets in there. Just trying to get the sway bar finished, then we'll leave the car down, drive it back and forward, make sure the clutch is okay. We'll be able to run some laps again later on and see if the clutch is okay, and if not, clutch will have to come out again. I think possibly that the spigot bearing is coming out of the crank, which is very frustrating. We did push it back in yesterday with bearing compound stuff to like help seat bearings, but didn't seem to do anything for us basically. Almost there now, just gonna put the bar in, we'll go from there, see how it goes. We are back in the car. We have the clutch back in. Turns out the spigot bearing had fell out again, so I machined like a spacer that like will jam in the spigot bearing. It's not the most ideal thing because if we have to change spigot bearing now, it's going to be a bit of an ordeal, but it's better than the falling out for now. So yeah, we're just going to go outside, do another 2 laps. We have the sway bar done as well. So yeah, thanks to the boys for getting it back together there now real fast. So we'll try to get it on board as well. We'll go do a lap, see how it is. Hopefully everything's good. So yeah. some job left. So we are back, and this test went a bit better than the one today. We put shorter gears in it, we turned back on the nitrous, and feels super sharp. And then I done another lap with the nitrous, and that felt absolutely sweet, especially with the downshift on, like, around the pond. It was like A1, like, to be honest. It was super sharp, super responsive, so that's good. The sway bar has settled the back of the car a lot, but I don't know if it's after taking a lot of grip out of the car. So I don't really know that until we get to the track and we start comparing speed to people. But it's definitely made it more settled. But now that it's made it more settled, we might be able to go down in spring rate, which could be a good thing, because I want to put harder springs in the front, possibly softer springs in the rear. So if we can put softer springs in the rear with this sway bar, I feel that the car will get faster, and that'll also gain us some side bite maybe. So yeah, pretty happy. So good job to Lloyd, good job to Freddy, and massive thank you again for Freddy for giving us some pointers. Definitely helped, and yeah, it's good. We're just putting the car on the lift so we don't damage the floor, and we're going to call it a night, I think. So yeah, everything's going pretty good. We have Big Dog.
What do you think of that bar, dude?
Bar works pretty good.
Sweet, huh?
Yeah.
Especially with them 40 series meaty boys.
Yeah, no, I definitely kept it more settled, so.
Hell yeah. Looks really good.
You ready for the weekend?
Ready.
That's the job.
Alignment, good to go.
Sweet. Very good.
So much work.
Yeah. So yeah, looking forward to running some laps with Matt. Matt actually gave a hand with trying to figure out the bar size and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's good that I was able to reach out and he was able to do all the calculations that he thought that I would need, and yeah, grateful for that kind of help and input, because I don't have a fucking clue what I'm doing with sway bar, so it's all new to me. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night and go for some food. Yeah, let's go. So the fan belt issue continues in America. The fan belt is after shredding again, the same as the dyno. So we're not too sure as to what the problem is. I think this belt might have been a little bit too big, but there's no in between this size belt and the belt that was on the engine that we couldn't get on. So it's a bit annoying. But we'll call it with that for testing, I think, because it's going to keep raining. And I think I kind of, like, if it does start raining on an event, I know what to do, because we need to disconnect the anti-roll bar and it'll be fine. So I think we're good, to be honest. So it's pretty early morning. I had to run to the track because we are getting a windshield installed on the car. I'll insert the clip, well, I won't, Corey will insert the clip here of what happened to the windshield in Atlanta. We were a little bit unlucky. I was pretty pissed off at one point, and the hands device, when I took it off, I went to throw it into the car, and yeah, the latch wrapped around the pillar and smashed the windscreen. So one thing I've noticed also, this windshield actually has a trim around the edge, so it's going to look more finished than it ever did. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, the guys are still at the Airbnb. I just came here quickly to get the car with the trailer and put the windshield in. So I'm probably going to put the car back in, run back, get those guys. Once we get the tin set up, I'll give you a walk around again as to what's going on. But yeah, just a bit of an update as to why the car will have a new windshield. So we haven't done much vlogging today other than the windscreen being fitted to the car, and it's not because things have been going wrong, because things have been going extremely smooth, to be honest. The car feels really good. The engine is now performing like 100 times better than it ever has, so massive shout out to Lloyd for getting that sorted. And yeah, I think the smaller turbo housing is actually after making a massive difference in the turbo, because we obviously have a nitrous map on the car, but the nitrous only activates under a certain boost pressure, and to be honest, we only have nitrous for like one little hit. Like, it's weird because at the compound testing we thought we were going to be using one bottle of nitrous to maybe 3, maybe 4 laps of practice if we were lucky, basically. And now we're on lap 6 or 7 and we still have loads of nitrous left, so we're not using much, to be honest. But yeah, other than that, lead runs have been pretty good. The weather has been a bit hectic, to be honest, today, but leaders have been good. My last chase from Higa was good, so we're now going to give a lead run to Connor. And yeah, this might be the last lap before qualifying. We'll see if we can get it out fast enough, but very loud. But yeah, better get suited and booted. We'll see you on track again. Hit the qualifying to do an all lap of the track. So we had a bit of a rain shower between warm up and qualifying, but the track seems to be dry now, so there is rain on the way, but we had to hope that we could get one dry lap, I guess, see how we get on. I know there's some drivers going to do some tactics, so I don't know what to do. Probably going to go do the best I can do, see how that goes, and whatever way the battles fall tomorrow, just have to push hard. And to win the event, you have to beat everyone no matter what, so it's all the one. So yeah, gonna get suited and booted, head up and see how we get on. So yeah, touch you after. Trailer, but after our first run of qualifying, we got kind of lucky, I guess, in a way. We just had like one of the last dry laps before the rain came down again. The rain has stopped since again, so it might be dry for our next run again because of how humid it is here. It may get dry, but it's hard to know. Unfortunately, I just drove like an absolute ass, to be honest, on my first run. Just kind of flicked a little bit too close to the wall in the first corner and kind of panicked and pulled the handbrake, and then it kind of brought me out of the zone. I had to kind of wash back up the bank. I think we're sitting 6th or 5th or something at the moment, so it's not terrible, but it just could have been so much better. It was literally my worst lap of the weekend, which is infuriating, but it is what it is. The rain came pretty heavy after that, so Connor had a pretty low score. I think he's like 24th now, so he's down a lot, which is annoying for him, but we'll be up soon again. Not too sure how the weather is going to be. I don't know if we can improve. I would like to try improve and try get to the top 3 or something. That'll be kind of my goal, but if it's raining, the Wally system doesn't give you any leeway to try up your score in the wet, basically, because it's impossible to drive in full lock in the rain because you'll probably stop, and the angle score is quite important. But it's been a really long day. I'm very tired, and so is everyone else. We're all like dead dogs here, to be honest. So yeah, the heat and the humidity has been taking it out of us for sure, but the car is still going good. That's kind of the main thing. And yeah, we're just going to get through the second run, see what happens, and just try to be ready for tomorrow, see what way the battle bracket falls. It's going to be pretty hectic, I'd say, because it's yeah, there's people all over the shop, to be honest, with the rain and everything, so we'll see how it is. We have warm-up done, and we are now heading into top 32. The vlogging has been a bit inconsistent because we're absolutely roasting hot, and it's a disaster having to be outside. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. Practice felt pretty okay. We had a bit of a boopy bump with Simon Olsen. Broke, and we kind of smashed into the back of him, which is a bit of a balls, but car is okay, everything seems fine. We've no damage other than a bumper, so that's not the end of the world. Other than that, we're going to jump in the car, head up to gridding. We are 5th battle, so I think we have one Menzies player at the birds. We've Derek Madison first. Matt has said that Derek has actually been doing pretty good, and his chase from the first transition to the into the zone is pretty solid, he said. So that's kind of where I'm struggling, and he said that he's small with struggling in the bank, and that's where I'm not struggling. So hopefully it balances out, but in my favour. Then we try to get the win. But yeah, hopefully we make top 16. That's the plan. So we're gonna jump in the car, see how it goes, and yeah, we'll catch you after the battle. Bye bye.
Right. You have it from Jack, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But just unscrew it from here, really.
You can do it.
19, Jack.
Here, sir. Socket.
Open down for me. Oh.
Be careful with that line. It'll rip out if you don't guide it through the knuckle. Use a pry bar and open up that. Yeah, I need it. Can you turn the wheel a bit? How much? Outside, God damn it. I leave it for 3 events and I forget what side you drive on.
I can drop that out whenever you're ready.
Go ahead. The preload should be wrong in this, Jack.
Huh?
Preload should be wrong, see?
This panicking is put your hands up, please. Lads, you need to fucking chill the fuck out, like, Jesus Christ. You can't even get the string out of the fucking car. Fuck it. Relax, please. Alright. So, top 32 is done, and Jesus Christ. I feel like I've done 3 days driving in the last half an hour. We had an extremely close battle with Derek Madison. No denying it. Better driver today, like better driver, better car, like he was way faster, and to be honest he was super aggressive, and to be honest I think we were pretty lucky the first time around. Second time around it was actually really close, and then third time he just pushed too hard, so I'm quite glad that he pushed too hard, because my chase run, even though I had a 10-0, I was like, I'm going to try to push hard and see if I could chase him on the bank, and I could not stay with him anywhere. Like, I don't know, we have to rethink everything now again before top 16. I'm very confused. It's infuriating, to be honest, because like practice was so good, the car felt way better, and now it feels like absolute shit again. Like I'm starting to even think it's even in my head. Like I don't know what the answer is. But yeah, with the contact we had a bin shot, so luckily we had a spare fuel ready to go in the car. So that's all in and done, and yeah, just gonna try put an extremely aggressive setup in it now and see if it works. Potentially it's going to rain. If it rains, it'll probably work in my favour, I'd imagine, if we can get a bit of pace. But yeah, like, kind of disappointed even though I won, because like it's pure shit, like, you know. So like it was good job, man. Thank you, very good. But yeah, like Derek, geez, he drove his heart out, to be fair to him. He definitely had me on the ropes for sure. So yeah, just go through it now again, see what the crack is, and see how we are. Just kind of, I don't know, just try. So road top 16 parade. We were a bit late, almost got in trouble by Andy, which is scary. But yeah, we're out here. We are battling Castro next, like I said a while ago. I don't really know what to expect, so not too sure what to expect, because Castro is very, very good here, and the track is also all over the place with conditions. So I don't know. We're going to watch the first two battles, see what happens, and Mats will tell me whether to push or not push, basically. So we'll go from there, see what happens. But right now, we'll just try and enjoy it. back at the trailer after top 8 with Odie, and unfortunately we lost. I kind of thought that we had enough pace in the car to, like, you know, do a bit better than what we did. The bank on my chase was fairly sick. I felt like that was bank of the night for me, for sure. Like, it was the best I've done it. Then the only transition, I messed it up basically, and ended up being a little bit too on the inside. He flashed his brake lights for like 1 second, and I kind of panicked and didn't know whether to pick up or not. And then when I picked up, I just had nothing, like no grip at all. So I think my tyres were cooked. We did try change our tactic today to keep tyre wear to the minimum with a downshift on my lead and staying in the higher gear on my chase just to have enough wheel speed, but didn't really work. It worked against Castro, that was sweet. But yeah, look, we can take the positives from it. The engine in the car is absolutely mint. Light as the tune, absolutely mint. The rear sway bar made a massive difference to the car. It's more stable than it's ever been. We have lost a bit of grip because of the rear sway bar, but I think once we start figuring out what way to align the car with spring rates and all that kind of stuff, it's going to become easier and easier to get more speed in the car. So I'm excited to try and figure it out. Top 8 was kind of what I wanted, and that's where we got. And that's, like, it's good enough for me. Like, gives us enough points. I think we may finish 5th position, I think, after tonight, depending on who was in the top 3 of qualifying in front of me. I don't know who it was. But yeah, it's good. It's not bad. There's a lot of positives to take, which is the main thing. We're definitely a better place than what we were after Atlanta. So that's good. So yeah, massive thank you to Lloyd for coming and making sure everything's okay. Thank you to the boys again, Jack and Dara, for making sure the car is on track and working. And yeah, another thank you to RCP Gang for welcoming me back into the trailer.
Welcome back.
And then Rome thought he was rid of me, and here I am.
That lasted 2 rounds.
Yeah, so here we are. But yeah, so thank you to Rome and all the gang for welcoming me back again, open arms. Will and Bryant are still the same brain cells as last year.
I heard someone over here helped Doc set up a couple of things, so.
We heard one of your guys are going to take the coil over.
Yeah, well look, you can teach him next time. Okay?
I don't know what you did.
Yeah, what you do is make your team practice a lot like I did. Just hit the wall real good, then you gotta swap everything.
Did we forget who taught us the most in Atlanta?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So yeah, so obviously Rome's truck was broke, and then Sam gave him his truck, and then Rome gave me the space in the trailer just so we could get here basically. So that should all be fixed by the next round, but save Rome some work. I think he's going to leave my car in here until the next round, and then when there's more hands we might swap it back. We'll see. But yeah, all good. Vibe is good this evening, which is good, and yeah, I'm happy. I'm pretty happy. Like, losing to Odie is not a bad complaint at all. He's very, very good at what he does. Bullies. But that is it. That is it for this video. We are just going to pack up now. The boys are flat out getting everything sorted. So hopefully we'll be packed up as soon as we can, and we can watch a bit of the event, get to bed, and we'll pack up tomorrow. So yeah, that's it for this weekend, and thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll be back pretty soon with some GT86 content from the workshop and Mandalo, where we go through how to get the cars ready for Drift Masters. So yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.